So as we talk about innovation, here at Balfour Beatty, we always want to ask ourselves, what's the traditional method of doing this? And then we want to hold on to those traditional methodologies because they're important and they're in place for a reason, because they work. But we also want to focus on how can we make those better. So the first thing we talked about when we looked at how we could basically improve the document management process was, how do we typically do it? And it's a really laborious process. You've got to maintain every new drawing that comes in. It has to be slip sheeted into the old set. Notes have to be transferred. These documents have to be sent out via FedEx to every different subcontractor and stakeholder throughout the project. They have to manage their sets. They have to provide pricing for them. They have to get them to their guys in the field. And the ultimate goal is, once again, to get the information to the point where the work's going in place to the person that's putting the work in place. So one of the things we ask ourselves is, what if? What if we could change all of that? What if we could have the most current documents right in the place they needed to be, right when they needed to be there, and we knew for 100% certain that they were accurate? And what if we could carry all of those documents around on a single device that could be held in your hand or slung in your back, and it was connected and 100% up to date? This is our system, and I'll show you the end use of it. Basically, I've got here every drawing file for every drawing that's pertinent to the project, and I can scroll down through them and I can select any one that I want. So what I've got here is an elevation of the building. What it contains also is tons of details. Well, it's great to have all the most current documents there and make it easier to manage, but where we really wanted to push the envelope was by making it easier for the people in the field to use those drawings. So what we've done here is set hyperlinks. So any one of these details that I want to select and go further into, I can do a simple touch and the next document pulls up immediately. So any drawing that I want to see, and as deep as I want to dive into the documents, all of that is available instantaneously. I can choose to look at any of these details that I need to focus on, clearly read the notes associated with it, and understand all the conditions. I can quickly go back to the drawing I was just looking at, and I can pan around and go to the next detail. And that can be done as much as you can imagine. It can be the specification sections linked. It can be the product data associated with a particular piece of equipment. It can be the operations manuals. It can be photos. It can be anything. All the documents right at the point where they need to be.